we'll give you some money every month, so would it be okay if we lived here?
Sure, I don't mind. Could we have you sign a formal lease, though?
Are you kidding me? We're your family.
I understand that, Lisa, but...
You should be letting us stay here for free, you cheapskate.
What?
Free?
Trouble busters!
My husband's brother and his wife came by today to look at their parents' old house, which is right next door to our house.
Hey, Sean. Hi, Melanie. I'm sorry to bother you guys on your day off.
Oh, don't worry about it.
It doesn't bother us at all. Wow, this place is nicer than I expected. It's really been a while since your dad died, so I figured it would be really run down and dumpy.
You don't have to be that blunt.
I don't need your approval on how I express myself, Carter.
We've been cleaning it regularly, so it's in pretty good shape considering no one's lived there for years.
I can't wait to move my stuff in. What's that, Lisa? Oh, you didn't know? We're moving into this house.
The thing is, we're in kind of a financial pinch and have been looking for a cheaper place.
Oh, I see. That's too bad.
We'll give you some money every month, so would it be okay if we lived here?
Sure, I don't mind. Could we have you sign a formal lease, though?
Of course.
What? We have to sign a lease?
I know. It's kind of awkward to do this between family members.
But we think it would be for the best, just in case something happens. You mean we're gonna have to pay you money every month?
Carter said he'd be fine with that, so...
Are you kidding me? We're your family.
I understand, Lisa, but...
You should be letting us stay here for free, you cheapskate.
What?
Free? Oh, come on. Wipe that shocked expression off your faces. It's embarrassing.
Whoa, Lisa, what's the matter all of a sudden?
You know what's the matter, Carter. These penny pinchers are trying to squeeze what little money we have left out of us.
That's
I
not
don't
it at all.
understand.
Don't be like that, Lisa. If they're letting us live here, of course we should.
We're family. They should be letting us stay here for free. We're not asking you to pay us that much.
Look, you have to understand it costs a decent amount to keep this house in good condition.
There's property tax, utilities, repairs, lawn service. It all adds up to several $1,000s a year. So what? The house is in your name. You're obligated to take care of all that stuff.
Yeah, and since we're gonna live here now, we should be paying our fair share.
Would you just shut up for 1 second?
Hey.
Listen, Sean, I know you're super concerned about the contract or whatever, but can't we just handle this between us like family?
But the thing is...
Don't forget that you're talking to the wife of your older brother. You can't stand up to me like that.
That has nothing to do with this.
He's right, Lisa. And you, Melanie, you should be convincing your boneheaded husband to listen to reason right now. He doesn't realize just how out of line he is. He's not out of line at all.
Right?
Seriously now? Oh, and now you're gonna take his side too? Lisa, it's like he's already told you. It costs a lot of money to make sure that the house is in livable condition. Nonsense. All we're doing is moving into an empty house. If anything, you should be thanking us for agreeing to live here and take it off your hands. It's still our house, though.
Okay, how about we all calm down for a moment?
I'm sure if we talk about this, we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement. Mutually beneficial? Don't make me laugh. You're only thinking about money, money, money. That's not true at all. How dare you? We're your family, Melanie, and in our time of need, all you can think about is your own bottom line. Why won't you listen to me? Because you've already said all I need to hear. Ugh. And another thing, why didn't this house go to Carter in the first place? He's the oldest son, isn't he? Why did you get it?
I told you, Sean got it because he's better at handling that sort of thing.
And I'm not stupid enough to believe a lousy excuse like that. Admit it, you cheated Carter out of his rightful inheritance, didn't you?
Cheated? That's ridiculous.
Lisa, you're going way too far.
I wouldn't have to be the one doing the dirty work if you would stand up for yourself for once. We've got to show them exactly where they rank around here.
Man.
Lisa wasn't going to budge from her demand to let them stay for free. The more I tried to explain the situation, the angrier she became. And hearing her berate Carter like that in front of us, that was too much for me to take. She is not gonna get away with this. It's trouble busting time. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna treat us like family or like tenants? If I may. What now? I'd like to ask you why you're so determined to live in this house without signing a lease or paying anything. Weren't you paying attention? We're family. Families help each other out, isn't that obvious? And we're in dire financial straits. Is that so? What's with that look on your face? Doesn't it have more to do with the fact that you're in debt, Lisa? It would make sense. If I owed as much as you do, I'd be trying to save as much as possible too. Hey, hold on.
Lisa? What is she talking about?
Nothing. She's just making stuff up. It's not true. I'm sorry, Carter, but everything I'm saying is the truth. Melanie, stop this right now. I mean it. I've been meaning to talk to you about this for some time now, but I'd like you to pay me back what you owe me.
What the?
Melanie, this is neither the time nor the place. I mean, we agreed that this would stay a secret between the two of us. How can you go and blurt that out in front of both Sean and Carter?
Then it's true? You do owe her money?
Well...
This is news to me too, Melanie. Mind explaining?
Sure, this isn't the first time Lisa's come to me about needing money. She asked me to lend her some a few months ago.
Wow, I had no idea.
I'm sorry for not telling you, but I took the money I lent her out of my own personal savings account.
Be that as it may, I really wish you would have come to me first.
I know, and I feel terrible, but it's like she said she wanted me to keep it a secret and not tell anyone else. She seemed like she was really desperate. I was worried that if I told you, it might create some friction between you and your brother. Oh yeah? Well then you should have kept your big mouth shut. I had every intention of keeping it between us, Lisa. But now that you've gone and involved Sean in this, I can't hide it anymore. Sean deserves to know about your true motivations.
So tell me, Melanie, how much money did you lend to her?
I lent her $10,000.
Holy
$10,000?
Melanie, knock it off. Don't tell them anymore. There's no turning back now, Lisa. Don't forget you brought this all upon yourself. We're gonna put all our cards on the table. Just who do you think you are, anyway, huh? Did you forget you are talking to the wife of your husband's older brother? You should be showing me the respect that I deserve. You don't deserve respect, you earn it. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't be so quick to divulge something said to me in confidence, but after seeing the way you've behaved today, I have no other choice. I get it. You think you have the right to betray the trust of your family member. Did you think I'd forgive anything you did just because we're related?
Lisa, let's come back to the house discussion later. What's this about you borrowing money from Melanie?
No, Carter, this is all one giant misunderstanding. All I did was ask Melanie to give us a bit of financial assistance. What? It's like Carter said earlier, we're in a real financial pinch and need to save all we can.
Why are you bringing that up again?
We just aren't able to get by on Carter's salary alone. So I talked to Melanie and she agreed to give us some financial assistance. I didn't make her do anything. It was all completely consensual.
Oh, I see.
Hold on. You told me that you were going to pay all that money back, Lisa, and you still haven't paid back even 1 cent. You don't have to pay it all at once. You can do it a bit at a time. I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't play dumb with me, Lisa. But even if I did say that, so what? We're family. You can't expect repayment from your own family. That's just not how families work. Okay, that is not what we discussed at the time. You are just making this up as you go. Nuh-uh, you're the one who's making everything up, Melanie. You're so desperate to find an excuse to squeeze money out of Carter and me, it's despicable. Now you want me to pay back the $10,000 that you gave me as a gift? Once again, it was a loan, not a gift.
Lisa, I think we've caused enough trouble for them for one day.
Didn't I tell you to shut up? If you had listened to me from the get-go, everything would have turned out just fine. I'm pretty sure it would have turned out much worse, actually. What did you say? I agree with your husband. I don't want to stand here and argue with you about this anymore. Then quit complaining and just give me what I want. It's your fault that this simple discussion turned into an argument. Well, then it seems you're not gonna budge an inch on this, huh, Lisa? You got that right. I'm 100% in the right here. Why can't you understand that? All right, then I suppose it's time to tell them about your other secret. Secret? I don't have any secrets. We'll see about that. First order of business, let's talk about the real reason you're having money problems. What? To be more precise, Carter's right about you being in a financial pinch, but you were lying about Carter's income not being enough. I wasn't lying about anything. For the last time, stop making up stories to paint me as the bad guy. If Carter's income was really enough, why would I have to come to you asking for money in the first place? Oh, trust me, I know exactly why. Huh? I saw you walking out of the Travel Hotel a few weeks ago.
No!
Did you say the Trobel Hotel? But that's one of the ritziest hotels in town.
That's right. Yeah, and what of it? It's not illegal to go to a hotel, is it? Maybe I was just going to the hotel's restaurant or something. It seems odd for you to be eating at such a ritzy place if you're really hurting for money. Do you have any idea how hard it is to be a housewife? I deserve to have a treat for myself every once in a while. Plus, you can't prove you saw me there. It might have been some other woman who looks like me.
I don't think she'd just make this up, though.
Ah, I see. Would you like me to show you some evidence then? Yeah, let's see your evidence, if you have any. What is it? I was thinking maybe it's best that I don't show my evidence. I knew it. You've got nothing. How pathetic. It was all a stupid bluff to try and get me to slip up. You're gonna have to try harder than that. It's time for you to put up or shut up, Melanie. Are you sure you want to see the evidence? Just checking. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Now hurry up and show us. Okie dokie. Don't say I didn't warn you, though.
Lucy, no!
What? How did you... Melanie, I don't understand. How?
Okay, Lucy, start explaining right now. Who is that guy?
He's, I just so happened to be in the area and saw the two of you together. Seemed odd, so I went ahead and took a picture just in case. What are you? Some kind of private detective? Nope, but I was in the photography club at my high school. I'm not exactly what you'd call a professional, but I'm pretty good, aren't I?
I'm waiting, Lisa. Tell me what's going on in this picture.
It's not what it looks like. He's an old classmate of mine, that's all.
A classmate? Do you hold hands like that with all your old classmates?
I'm being honest, Carter. Are you really gonna try to keep talking your way out of this?
I think I know what you meant earlier, Melanie.
You do?
Yeah, I think I know the real reason we've been having money problems lately.
Really? I still don't get it.
Lisa's been asking me for a lot more money than usual these days. I've even had to dip into my retirement account. But inflation is pretty bad right now, so I thought maybe the grocery bill was just getting bigger and bigger.
But the truth is...
She's been spending all that money on whoever that guy is, isn't that right?
Don't be ridiculous, Carter. That's not true.
Did you spend Melanie's money on him too?
Probably.
Did you realize what was going on right away when you saw them?
I wasn't 100% sure, but it was the most logical conclusion. It makes more sense now after seeing how desperate she was to live in this house rent-free.
With less of our income going to rent, we would have a lot more disposable income.
Exactly, and the more disposable income you had, the more she'd be able to spend on her boyfriend.
So that's why she was acting so odd today.
I'm serious, this is just a misunderstanding. I only borrowed money from Melanie to help with our expenses.
And the only reason we were having trouble with our expenses is because you spent all my money on him.
No, you're wrong.
Where am I wrong, Lisa? I saw Melanie's picture. Are you gonna try to tell me that's a fake?
Are you gonna throw away everything we have over just a single picture?
Well...
Is that picture all you've got, Melanie? Do you have any other evidence? You want more? I knew it. That's all you have. You can't prove anything with just one picture.
For real, Lucy, you're holding hands with him.
Yeah, and like I said, we're just old classmates. What's wrong with holding hands with an old friend? We hadn't seen each other in years. Too bad for you, Melanie. Guess you should have done a little more digging, huh? Ugh. I am so disappointed in you, Carter. You believed her over your own wife.
You can't blame me for being suspicious after seeing that picture.
I'm willing to be the bigger person and overlook the fact that you made such a ridiculous accusation about me. If you'll admit you were wrong and give in to all of my demands, then I'll forget all about it. And your demands are? Demand 1, you agree to let us live in this house as long as we want, free of charge. And demand 2, you will never bring up the $10,000 you gave me ever again. Those are some big demands. You brought this on yourself for accusing me of having an affair, so I don't want to hear any complaints from you. Now shut your big fat mouth, quit your whining, and do what I tell you to do.
Hey, you guys are making quite the ruckus over here.
Huh? Who are you?
Looks like I finally managed to track you down, Missy. You're Lisa, ain't ya?
Yeah, but who are you?
You know this guy?
No, I've never seen him before.
I'm here to collect on a loan from my associates for $30,000. Ring a bell?
What, 30,000? Is this guy a loan shark or something? Wait, I feel like I've met him before.
I don't believe this. You borrowed money from a loan shark?
No way, I'm not dumb enough to borrow money from some mobster. I think you've got the wrong person.
Nah, forget about it. I don't make mistakes. You co-signed a loan for one Mr. Dorian Mills, am I right, Missy? I remember you two clear as day, holding hands all cute like when you walked into our establishment.
Oh no, you're that bodyguard.
So you do know him.
I guess I forgot about him. But what do you want with me?
I just told you, Missy, you co-signed Dorian's loan.
Uh-oh.
That must mean... Unfortunately, it seems your boy Dorian has skipped town. As such, since you're his co-signer, you are now responsible for repaying his debt.
How did you know I was here?
I stopped by your house, but you weren't home, so I started looking for you at your family and friends' houses.
I can't believe it. Dorian flaked out on me? Looks like you've been dumped, Lisa.
Then you were cheating.
That's not what's important right now.
Wait, tee-hee? I know that laugh.
You do?
Melanie, right? It's me, Tony.
Oh my goodness, Tony? It is you. This is crazy.
Melanie, how do you know this guy?
Tony and I were high school classmates. We were in the photography club together.
And now he's a loan shark? Man, I never thought I'd see you again while I was on the job. What a crazy coincidence, eh?
Yeah, we'll have to have coffee one of these days. This is my chance. Lisa, where are you going?
You trying to escape, Missy? Forget about it.
Jeez, you're fast.
We need to talk about the money you owe my associates.
I can't pay $30,000. That's a ridiculous amount.
And how is that my problem? Dorian skipped town, and that means it falls to you to repay his debt.
How could he do this to me? I only signed that contract because he promised he'd pay it back himself. Were you expecting loyalty from a man who was dating a married woman? Shut up, you.
Hold on, that reminds me. How do you and Melanie know each other?
She's my sister-in-law. She's married to my husband's younger brother.
Oh, I see.
Wait, so you and Melanie are old friends, right? Then do you think you could let me—
Don't go getting any funny ideas, Missy. You're still gonna pay the full $30,000, every last cent.
But
nothing. You're paying. That's final.
please.
And that's not all you're gonna pay.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm divorcing you and suing you for cheating on me.
Haven't I been punished enough already?
Apparently not, if you think I'm gonna stay married to you after everything you've done.
But you've got to believe me, Dorian and I really are just old classmates.
Save your breath. I'm gonna hire a private detective to track down this Dorian wherever he may be hiding. Then I'll hear the whole story from the horse's mouth.
No, why me? Oh, and don't forget the $10,000 you still owe me, Lisa. I want that back too.
Get out of here. You borrowed money from Melanie too?
How many times do I have to tell you? That was financial assistance. It was a gift. Okay, I'm not gonna let you keep on lying about that loan, Lisa. I'm not the one who's lying. You are. Is that so? Then you'll have to explain this document. Huh? This is the loan agreement that you signed the day I lent you that money. Paragraph 4 clearly states that it was a loan to be paid back. What now, Lisa? Are you going to try and tell me that I forged your signature? Oh, come on. That's not a real contract. That's just something you hand wrote on a scrap piece of paper. You can't use Lucy v. Zimmer, Lisa. Look it up. Who? Not who. What? Lucy v. Zimmer was a 1954 Supreme Court case that held a contract written on a bar receipt and signed while drunk was enforceable. Yeah, right. Oh, that's not real. You made that up. Don't believe me? Then look it up. It's the settled law of the land. That $10,000 was a loan, not a gift, and I can easily prove that in court if necessary. You are relentless, Melanie. If you would have acted like an adult earlier, I wouldn't have had to go this far. But since you're determined to act like a spoiled brat, apparently you still need to be taught a lesson. This is the worst.
That makes 3 of us you owe money to, Lisa. So, shall we head to my office to discuss your payment plan?
Hey, Carter, Melanie?
What is it now?
I just wanted to say how sorry I am for how I've been acting today and all the other stuff I did. Okay, I appreciate that, but it's not going to change anything. But, come on, I have to pay off $30,000 from a loan I didn't even make. I'm going to have to pay for a lawyer to handle Carter's lawsuit for me, and I have to pay back $10,000? I can't handle all of that, so I'm really sorry for what I've done, and I swear I'll never do it again. So, can't you forgive me?
Not a chance. Every single cent you owe is your own responsibility.
Carter's right. Whether it's your debt or your infidelity, nothing you've done can be made right again just by an apology. But I'm in big trouble. Can't you give me a break? The reason you're in big trouble is because you messed up big time. You shouldn't have co-signed your lover's loan. But I thought he loved me. I never would have guessed he'd completely abandoned me like this. We were in love.
You were in love. How nice.
Wait, that's not what I meant to say. Uh-oh, looks like you just dug your hole even deeper.
Not that there was any chance before, but I'm definitely not taking you back now.
Please, Carter, you were always my number 1 man. Dorian was number 2.
I wanted to be your only one, not your number 1.
I'm sorry. Boy, you don't know when to cut your losses, do you? Shut up, shut up, shut up! If you hadn't gone and showed everyone that stupid picture, none of this would have happened. You think so? Tony was going to find you eventually, so it all would have come out into the open even if I didn't have that picture. But he wouldn't have any evidence I was cheating without it. Yeah, so it's super fortunate for him that I had it. If I didn't, you might have gotten away with everything, from getting us to let you stay in the house for free to the loan you co-signed. I'm glad I was able to get some semblance of justice for Sean and Carter.
I'm so glad you married her.
But you did get justice. I said I'm sorry, didn't I? I meant it. You had all the time in the world to come to terms with what you've done, but you waited far too long. So now you're just gonna have to sit back and take your medicine like a big girl, Lisa. Don't you realize what Tony is gonna do to me? You've been awfully quiet, Sean. Shouldn't you be trying to convince your wife and brother to help me?
I hate to say it, but I agree 100% with everything Melanie and Carter said.
Please, Sean, please. I don't imagine dealing with Tony will be very much fun for you, Lisa, but just think of it as an opportunity to grow as a person. Good luck. No, help me. Shortly after that, Carter hired a private detective who quickly tracked down where Dorian was hiding, and he kindly shared that information with Tony. Thanks to that, Lisa was now free from having to pay for the $30,000 debt he tried to stick her with. However, as a result of Carter's lawsuit, she now owes him $40,000. Add in the $10,000 she owes me, and that makes $50,000 in total that she owes. She's now doing whatever she can in order to make enough money to pay us back. After divorcing Lisa, Carter was finally free from the emotional and financial baggage she'd been heaping on him during their marriage, so he ended up not moving into his parents' old house. However, shortly afterwards, a nice young couple who had just moved into town and were looking for a place came along. So we decided to rent the house to them. Their timing was absolutely perfect. We invite them over for dinner from time to time, so they're becoming more than just tenants. Really, they feel more like family. I think Sean's parents would be happy to have them living in their old house. Until next time, Trouble Busters!